apologize to Flores. What if you're still in court with him? You can pay this man whatever the fuck he wants. Shula, next head coach, let him go get an offensive coordinator. Matter of fact, you can offer the offensive coordinator job to goddamn to the head coach right now, because that's all he is an offensive coordinator. You need to get rid of Tua. I told these people to draft Shador. I told these people to draft Shador. I said, listen, let me tell you, I gave them some business sense. I said, think about it. Tua is going to go bad. Look at my tweets. If you go on X and look at my tweets, I say Tua is going to go bad. I said it on the Andy Slater show. I say he's going to go bad. It's just a matter of time. That train is going to go bad. So if you go and you draft Shador and you bring him in, as soon as Tua go bad, if he go run into somebody and says head hurt or whatever the hell happened, he is not your future. You got your future as a backup. Tua gets benched. Right now, they just benched Tua today. They just benched him. If you haven't heard, they just benched him. Here go the head coach.
Is complicated but simple. The simple piece is I think Quinn gives this team the best chance to win. Our focus is obviously to win the next 3 games, but in particular, like I tell the players, we are focused on beating the Bengals. So that was the motivation. Zach will be backing him up, and Tua will be the emergency third.
And what was the thinking in having Tua be the third as opposed to the backup?
I think it was the best for all parties involved. Quinn, Zach, and Tua.
Mike?
Emergency third. This man went from the starter to scout team. He's emergency third. He's off the fucking roster, basically. He ain't even the backup to the backup who's starting. Something else went on. They realized what I told them all the time, that this dude had quit and wanted to quit. And when you emergency, that means you're like never going to get in the game. Don't even put on your jock strap. Matter of fact, you can go out there with flip-flops. That means 2 people before you got to get injured before you even go out there. How the fuck did you go from the starter 1 week to emergency backup? But that's irrelevant to this conversation. The conversation is, I told these people around here on all of my media platforms, they don't listen. All these fucking people are experts. Let me tell you something about these people who work in the NFL. They're not experts. Don't think for one minute. These people are not smart at all. When you have organizations who have lost on continuous basis for years and years and years, centuries and shit, and 20 and 30 years, and they ain't win a fucking playoff game, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They make you believe that they know what the hell they're doing, but they don't know. They don't use common sense. Common sense was, listen to my coach, Brian Flores. He did all these extensive interviews, and stop listening to the goddamn fans. That's just like the Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers don't listen to nobody. They bring in who they want to bring in, play who they want to play, and win championships after championships, but not the Miami Dolphins. Not the University of Miami Hurricanes, by the way. We're going to talk about that in that game. For some odd reason, they got to sit there and listen to what the fans say. Fuck the fans. Fuck the media. I'm saying that right now. Yeah, fuck Luke. I find somebody who's been hitting that shit out the ballpark. Find somebody who's been hitting it out the ballpark on a consistent basis, and you might need to fucking hire them.